Before the season started, I asked you to describe your team in one word. You said elite. How do you think your team is living up to that so far this season?
Sorry, good question. But I think we're living up to it. I think we're doing.
Just like you mentioned, this is a really quick turnaround for both of these teams, but for Illinois, this is strategic. Head coach Brad Underwood said that they plan these games with just that really quick one-day preparation turnaround, so it's kind of like an NCAA tournament style play. He wants to get these newcomers some experience for when March rolls around, and they're going to be playing like this all through the month. Right now, you're one of the top players in the country, but you're only a freshman. Does it feel like this is your first year playing college basketball?
Honestly, not really. I think I've gotten really comfortable.
And your coach says that you have such a calmness about you and it really projects. How do you stay in control of your emotions, especially in high-pressure games?
Yeah, I think I just play within myself.
Of game one, but an outstanding 7-inning performance. What's something you maybe learned in between these two games that you were able to tone in on in game two?
You know, after the last game, I went to the bullpen, just made a few adjustments. Trusting just behind me was really helpful. So.
And speaking of your hitters, you have a whole roster of strong hitters on this team. Does that relieve any stress for you in the circle?
Oh, yes, definitely knowing that my offense behind me is going to have my back.
This matchup, we're seeing a little bit of a different lineup. This is the first time this season Burns is not in the lineup. What would you say kind of needed to change here?
Nothing. We need to start barreling at balls. We're swinging at pitches that aren't ours.
It's a snowy day here in Champaign, Illinois. The Northwestern Wildcats traveling down I-57 to take on their in-state rivals, the Illinois Fighting Illini. This is Big Ten Hoops right here on Big Ten Plus. I'm Mazie Gierat, joined alongside Nate Miller. Nate, we are in the middle of the conference season. Illinois off to a hot start, just taking a little stumble in their last game, but Northwestern finally on that 2-game win streak they've been waiting for so far.
Yeah, Mazie, like you said, Northwestern.
And there's that coast-to-coast set to Tompkinson. She's gonna get the kill. There's a feeling on the opposite side of the court, a backward set to her right side. Let's take another look.
That's what makes.
And a lot of hustle for Aguayo. She's gonna keep it alive, and Tompkinson puts that one down straight across the court. Nowhere for the Hawkeyes to move. Off Hall, the sold-out crowd, a big dig kept alive. And free ball over by Amaral, Illinois with a chance. Philpott with a big swing and Hernandez recovers. Now Tompkinson with a right tip and puts it down. Gets the ball back in the hands of the Fighting Illini. In this critical time here in this matchup. And a big overpass kill for DeBoer. It's gonna give the Illini the set 3 and keep them here in this matchup, their first victory.
Ace for Hernandez.
And there's the hat trick, 3 aces for Hernandez back at this one line. And Iowa's gonna call a timeout from this Illinois 5-0 serving run to start out set number 4. Stick with us right here on Big Ten Plus. Gets it, and holy smokes, Philpott cannot be touched off of 1 foot. Hogan gets it up and Philpott puts it down. Straight away, bang, bang, bang. Tough tip by Burbage, now back to Van Zant, and blocked down by Burbage. And oh my goodness, what a swing from Phelan. I almost felt the wind from that one. Set point for the Illini, now leading 24-15 in the 4th. And there it is, an ace for Aguayo to win the 4th set of the day. It's on to 5 for Iowa and the Illini. Big comeback for Illinois. Started down the first 2 sets and picked it up here in 3 and 4. Stay right with us for a 5th and final set here on Big Ten Plus. Push out to Aguayo. Philpott recovers, but Phelan keeps it alive. Kirsch hits the ball over. And Iowa out to Van Zant. And a big pass for Hernandez out to Tompkinson. She puts that one down for the Illini. Another kill for Tompkinson, her 7th of the day. Back in 4th set so far. And there's a joust, and it looks like DeBoer's gonna win that one. And that's an excited Illini team if I've ever seen it. Illinois is taking the lead the first time this set. And a huge swing for Borden. So much power and so much height on that one. And feeling off Warden's head, the setter with a big swing. In time, free ball sent by Aguayo, an opportunity for the Hawkeyes. Van Zant swings, but Hernandez gets there. Tompkinson tips, and Iowa recovers. Van Zant again. Iowa's gonna try for the short tip, but Warden is there. Another tip over, Philpott down with the ball, open corner. A grad student with plenty of experience around the NCAA and junior college ball. She's gonna go ahead and free ball this one over. Passed out to Aguayo with a huge swing and a kill. Ball passed all the way out to the pack stands here at Huff Hall. Aguayo and the back row of the Bic to Hernandez. But Iowa's defense stands strong. And look at that celebration. Ball's pushed back over to DeBoer from the right side, but Aguayo keeps the coverage. Tompkinson swings into the block, it's tooled off, and a kill for the Illini. Out short set to Hernandez at the front row. Dumped over, and that's gonna be the kill from Amaral that gets the Hawkeyes the second set win. Strong serve by Hernandez in a middle attack, but Burbage blocks it. Another try, Burbage gets her hands on it. Pushed out to Aguayo, she puts it down in the corner. Out to Aguayo, she's gonna use the hands of that Iowa block. Back out to Van Zant, and another kill back to back. Aguayo serving again right off her last ace. But a good recovery there for Amaral. DeBoer with the big swing, it's gonna be tight. Philpott swings over the block. And again, talking it out. Thielen sends it over to DeBoer, puts it down! Iowa scrambling to keep it alive. Van Zant does it. She goes up again. Hernandez is picking up everything Van Zant is putting over. Now it's gonna be a slide attempt. It's going in. Another kill on the sheet for Whittingstall. Touching the net now. Back into play. A big old block from Tompkinson. Now what a fight for these Illini. Just lucky the ball rolls over, stays in play. Big swing from Van Zant, but no match for that Illinois block. That one's hit out. But Iowa says there's a touch. They're gonna take a challenge on this one. And I'm just gonna say it, I think it's a good idea to challenge this one here. Head coaches, both Chris Thomas and Jim Barnes, have talked about how resilient both of their teams are and how they have a very look-forward mindset. And they don't let a loss get ahead of them. That's why we're here in 5 sets. Here we see the Illini in the net. Looks like it was Taylor DeBoer. Sent over by Aguayo, that's still in play. And there's the kill for Van Zant. What a recovery for the Hawkeyes. Illini staying scrappy, but the Hawkeyes are gonna capitalize on that one. Tipped over by Burbage. And blocked by Burbage. She's big on that one. She was hungry for a block there. Giving kind of feeling of quick break. That ball looked like it was served in, but the referees say it was out. Chris Thomas is going to challenge it. His first of the day. Serve. Hirsch keeps it up. Back over to DeBoer. Puts it down. The Illini are staying alive here in the 5th set, and Hernandez back to serve.
And the Illini are going to keep that one alive. A lot of effort from Aguayo. And another pass from Aguayo. It's going to be tight, but blocked by Burbage. Another swing for Jacobs. Phelan keeps it alive. This one's going to be tight. And Michigan's going to reset. Back to Gordon. Off of DeBoer's head. And that's going to be another kill for Gordon. Setting it to Jacobs, and Jacobs taking it down the line. Kept alive. And put over by DeBoer. Ball's gonna be hit by DeBoer, picked up by Jacobs. Back to Jacobs, pushes it down through the block for a big kill, and Michigan's on a roll. And there she is again. A huge kill off that overpass from Kirsch.
Are being made.
And a smart play there by DeBoer. That was a really tight set. She pushed it off of the hands of Gordon.
used it as a tool.
Great leader on the court.
And there's that Philpott slide. We haven't seen successful yet today, but right off of Demetrician's head. And a huge kill. Illini now leading 12-6. Their biggest lead of the night is there. And Gordon's gonna swing at it, but Hernandez keeps it up. Aguayo with the swing, and there's that Michigan block and a little tip. Michigan keeps it up, and Jacobs puts it over. Out to Aguayo, and blocked again with a tip. And Philpott can't make it in time, and there's that playing smarter, not harder. It's gonna be a free ball over, and a big opportunity for Michigan. Iambio takes a huge swing, but Kogan gets it up. Back over to Gordon, and there's that Illinois block. Stopper Jacobs taking a swing. That one is out, and a point for Illinois. Open for the three, bounces out, and Guyton will recover it. Put it up to Wallace.
That's
easy,
tough.
open shot. Back to Lau for three. That one sinks it.
Not known as a shooter traditionally, Lau, but she can definitely drain those.
Lau, statistically the most selfless player out on the court. She's the #1 assist leader in the country. Moves out. Barry Wallace recovers nicely, pushes it up, and that's in for Wallace.
It's so
Brown Haggard, very tough on defense. It's a big reason why head coach Shauna Green picked her up last season. Plays a lot like recent graduate Adalia McKenzie, so much grit. Now Walton goes up, takes that jump shot, sinks it right in. Now Northwestern taking that lead 24-23, first time in quite some time. Naomi Benson's gonna grab it, pass it over to Guyton. Guyton finding a lane, shoots it up, and it's in. Now Walton takes the three shot, and she slams that one down.
these wild.
Second half until now. Here's an opportunity. Maddie Weber shoots just far away. Letty Vasconcelos recovers and gives Illinois the lead. To Sullivan, she shoots it. And just short.
Wow.
There's Vasconcelos with the block. Takes it over, passes it to Guyton. And a quick transition over. Guyton dribbles it up, shoots, and it's good. Another two for Illinois on the clock. Guyton with 7 points in first start. Jackson pushes over to Wallace. Wallace up quick on the glass. And she takes 2 more points for Illinois, slowly climbing back in. This will be Guyton's first of the day. Take another look at that. Yep, there's the reach on that right arm. Ball up, takes it up the court, drives it in, but passes back out to Parchment. She shoots from the arc, and it's good! There's that freshman who's been taking over this season, her 13th three of the season. Right now, she's ranked number 2 in the Big Ten in rebounds. In her last game against Wisconsin, in Northwestern's very first possession, she got 3 offensive rebounds. Her team not able to execute, but her giving many opportunities really shows her athleticism and growth this season. We're just talking about height discrepancy. There we see tallest player in Illini history, Letty Vasconcelos, standing at 6'7", up on the court. That's going to be Barry Wallace going back to the charity stripe. The board shoots over her head, and Vasconcelos takes the rebound over to Weber. Bounces out. Wallace with the recovery, and another one in for the Illini. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lau puts it up, and it's in. Barry Wallace shooting 2, misses her first, and sinks the second. Taking opportunities again. The Illini #1 free throws in the nation. It's a huge stat for this team and something that head coach Shauna Green has really harped on this season. Here's a look at that flagrant one. Yeah, huge shove to Sierra Parchment. Lau with a big milestone. She is the 3rd in career assists for Northwestern. She actually holds 3 records in that category. She leads in assists and assists per game in the nation, coming into today with 167. Passes out to Guyton. She takes a shot from the arc and slams it. Big 3 for Aaliyah Guyton, her first start as an Illini. Brown Haggard, she shoots up, and it's good. First points of the day to Brown Haggard, returning player for the Illini, transferred to Illinois last season from Mississippi State.
We just witnessed the first ever perfect 10 for Azra Ra-Akbar on bars. She's been wanting it for quite some time now, and she nailed it. Coach Justin Springs said that they still have not found her limits. She's only a freshman, but she is just absolutely unfazed in competitions. We're going to see her up on bars here shortly, but coaches had a fun little story about her on vault. At their first intra-squad meet, Azza was up around third or fourth, and her coach Justin Springs said, all right, stop. If Azza sticks her vault, we all get to stop. We don't have to continue. And she just said, okay. So she went up there, stuck her vault, and that's what makes her stand out. Her coaches said most freshmen just look to land a vault, but she is looking to stick. And that is exactly what we've seen so far from her today. Now look at that vault. That's just a warm-up.
Beautiful.
Freshman, but she has been killing this season. Her coaches just have so much trust in her, and they were talking to me about her for about 10 minutes. They absolutely love everything she brings to the gym. Her competitive, fierce spirit mixed with some playfulness. That's exactly what they want for this program.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful routine, and she gets the stuck landing.
Finishes off.
She might be on that 10 watch too.
Absolutely, the number 2 bar swinger in the country, and they want the 10 for her. Still yet to score that. She's got a career high of a 9.975, and you can see exactly why from that performance. And
it looks like she got it.
That is the first ever 10 for Azra Ra-Akbar. She earned that one, only a freshman. And there's that playfulness with fierce competition. Wow, my heart is pounding for her. What an exciting routine.
You're absolutely
One thing I love about watching Chloe, especially on beam, is she's just smiling through the whole thing. How focused you have to be up there on 4 inches of ground.
Absolutely.
This is Chloe Cho for the Illini. Now this is where the Cho show really gets started.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Last week, Byrne competed on vault, scored a 9.725 on the event at Ohio State. Yurchenko full, hop back. What a start for the 11.25. Toe up to a Maloney onto high bar straight, back down into a packed salto. Quick pirouette back up to high bar, getting ready for her dismount.
Beautiful handstand there.
It's the handstand, ready for a double lay. She's gonna get the stick to start things out for. Saw a couple of overcasts and warm-ups as well. There she does it again, makes it. Maloney up to high bar, she's gonna connect it straight back down. An overshoot, low bar, staying solid, getting ready to finish off her routine. Hits the handstand. Now getting ready to go on bars here is Anya Reed. Just transferred to Maryland this season. She came from the University of New Hampshire. She was 8-time rookie of the conference last year, and coach said she came exactly as advertised. There's that, getting her straight to that very difficult connection. Her team is pumped about her nailing that one. She's getting ready to finish out here strong. Lots of power coming into this dismount double layout. A very unique dismount here you don't see too often. Probably going to be a toe, pike half. Dixon, a freshman for Illinois, graduated high school a year early to come be a part of this team, and she is super competitive. She's competing in 3 events, and she is ready to take on the all-around. Coach says she's fighting for it. See, big connect. Take a look, she's #1 in the Big Ten on bars. Chloe Cho getting ready to start things off. Now again, take a look at those lines. What a strong, controlled handstand. Back down to low bar. Freshman of the year last year in the big.
Step back instead of forward.
That second pass, now coach was telling us she has the time to control whether she's gonna throw that last front punch we saw there. She didn't throw it against Penn State, but she has that time to realize if she has enough power to do it or not. Just takes the next level up in that difficulty in her routine. 5th year with the program. She wasn't able to compete last season. She didn't really plan on staying for 5 years, but she just couldn't end her career not competing. She wants to leave this program in a better place than she left it. She's now in 3 events. Last week she got a career high on the floor. She ended up with a 9-9 last week. So entertaining. Career high 9-9 on this event. There's that tough connection aerial to round off. Really stepping up this season. They've had a lot thrown at them. It wasn't the plan to have this many freshmen in the lineup, but they're really stepping up to the challenge and taking control. He said he's got a very competitive bunch that's ready to take on.
Beautiful.
Absolutely solid. And following a teammate with a fall, always more difficult. Jolson starting things off for the Illini rotation 4. She's going to be bringing disco back today.
Such a fun routine for Tali, too.
Her personality really shows through this routine. She's such a fun girl, and
Oh, yeah, totally.
she is an absolute powerhouse. If you can't tell by her leg muscles right there, you're about to see in this first pass what she has to bring to this team. Front tuck through.
Oh,
Doubles, a little step out, it looks
maybe
like.
a step out.
Over for Maryland. Seems like could be a miss punch. Right now with a 5.425, we'll wait and see if that changes. I know Coach said last week at their meet they had a couple scoring issues, a lot of time in between routines, waiting for scoring updates. He said it's kind of one of those things that can get in your head a little bit, but they persevered. What's that like, standing out there waiting for competition for judges to get their scores in?
Yeah,
To Illini fans, the 2024 season ended the best way possible. The Illinois women's basketball team became the inaugural WBIT champions.
This is why I came here, to cut down a net, to change programs, to win a championship, and that's what we did.
5th-year grad student Jada Peebles has been a leader for her team all 5 years at Illinois.
It was my last year going in, so I was like, last year might as well make it the best year.
But in January, she tore her Achilles, putting an end to her playing career. Peebles made a post about her time at Illinois, opening up about trying to take her own life.
It was kind of scary. Not really many people want to touch on that topic, but I mean, putting it out there is something that I really thought that would inspire people, really thought that I would touch people's hearts.
I know you also shared in that post, you had to come right back to playing. How was that transition?
It was pretty rough. I don't think a lot of people understand, like, when you go from almost dying to then having to come back and play a full sport, focus on preseason. I barely even had time to really focus back on my mental and get that right. When I was more so focused on basketball, I felt like it was really hard to balance out the two.
Through trials and tribulations, her light shined bright onto the Illini family. Her resilience and loyalty earned her the 2024 Female Spirit Award.
When you think about spirit and true spirit, I think about Jada, and she embodies that. Very easily could have given up, could have shut down, and not been there, but she does what Jada does, and she attacked it.
The award isn't the only thing worth a round of applause. Jada is celebrating her life and growth.
The resiliency, just how much you can stick through and actually grow and change something, but not having to go to the newest thing or the biggest thing that's out, but being able to stick with that family aspect, stick in what you are and just take that and run with it, and then take that and grow as well.
Her story will forever be etched on a town that backs the Illini through thick and thin.